Hey everybody, this is Kevin Davidson, your host for Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. We're at episode number 71. We're getting up there in episodes, so I hope you're watching and you keep watching. I'm excited about today's podcast because I have two guests on the podcast. Both of them have never been on the podcast. One of them I met 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Last week or something. And the other one is a new client of ours. So it's going to be an exciting episode. I always have to start off by saying if you're a real estate agent or a vendor and you want to be on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson, and I'll be happy to put you on the podcast. And I couldn't do the podcast if it wasn't for my support team, Jennifer Smitis, the area president, Caitlin Korner, Devaney Devon, the escrow officers here in the Sugar Land office, and Kate Cannon in the Richmond office, as well as the entire rest of the support team. So thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to do this. So let's get started with episode number 71. This young lady sitting next to me is, like I said a minute ago, Brandy, friend of mine. We just met a few days ago. She works with Frank over at Texas Inspection Services. So she works for an inspection company.
Yes.
And she is also, from what I hear, a marketing guru. So why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, my name is Briana Mayorga. I own my own marketing business. And my client, like he said, is Frank Ephraim. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And he does...
Me too.
I know.
Don't call me Frank because I don't know if it's right.
It's all right. He has a team of inspectors, and he does some inspections himself as well. So if y'all need someone, call him.
And the name of the company is Texas Inspection Professionals, correct?
Yes, tips.
And it looks like home, commercial, septic, stucco, pool, termite, lead paint, mold assessment.
Yes. So our selling point is that we don't scare your buyers. We are very thorough. He has a background in engineering. But yeah, the conversation goes a bit like, hey, this is the house, but don't worry, we can do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And so what I do for him is that I'm a bit of business development. We connected over marketing strategy, and also I'm going to revamp his marketing outlets, right? So it's going to be video, getting on social media, all of that.
Awesome. And how long have you been working for him?
We just started. It's been a short time. I've been encouraging him to get out there, and we've been hitting networking events, getting started. So it's been a short period.
So let's talk a little bit about you. So, what were you doing before you started your own marketing firm?
Yeah, so I actually started my business after the pandemic, and the pandemic kicked it off. Before that, I was doing well in sales and marketing,
Okay.
Yeah. And prior to that, I had just graduated college. So
Where'd you go to school?
Stephen F. Austin State University.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So why did you want to start your own firm? Why marketing? What is it about marketing that gets you excited?
I think what really gets me excited now that I've 3 years into this, just about roughly, because no business is linear, but it's just about 3 years, is that I love giving people hope. I love when they figure out the right tuning of their marketing to put their personality out there, and also just make more money for themselves, right? That's why we start businesses.
Yeah. So
it's really exciting when someone can fuse their personality with their marketing, and I see that, and it gets them more attraction. That is amazing.
Yeah, I mentor agents myself, and I tell them all the time to pick some aspect of their personal life that they wouldn't mind sharing with the real estate world.
Right.
And include that in a lot of your marketing.
Yep.
Because what that does is that you'll run into somebody, or someone will find you that also has that same interest or same hobby.
Yes.
And now you don't have to sell them anything.
Yep.
They call you to help them buy a house.
You still have to sell.
They call you to help them buy the house,
right.
But you end up talking for an hour and a half about guitars or whatever.
Exactly.
So I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that there's, in this world, right, in 2024, we have so many options. Obviously, refine your product and your selling and fine tune the actual what you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
But with so many options, it's an easy way to differentiate yourself. And
So what are the options? Tell us about some examples, some different things that people can do to differentiate themselves.
oh, these are good questions.
Remember, I do what you do. So
I know. He's giving the agents like some good juice here. Okay, so there's two types of things. And do you have by chance like lenders that listen or
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. So there's
David Rodriguez, Carrie Jo Woodling.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Okay. So very quickly, I could give you the whole background, but that's like too much information. With marketing in a practical sense, there's about two ways you can go. Aesthetics and what people see. Mm-hmm. So houses, if you're a realtor, go through the house, show the house. How you can show your personality is the music you put on top. You can also talk and describe the house and infuse some like humor while you're describing the house. It's okay. Just don't say anything crazy. A little bit of humor sprinkled in is good. Music shows your personality, but at the end of the day, the buyer wants to see the house. It's very aesthetic, very visual, very, feelings to a certain point.
Right.
With people who, like lenders or other businesses, you have to gain the trust of the customer. So it's more interview style, and that would help you a lot. Or skits that really translate that you know what you're talking about.
Okay. And what marketing channels do you recommend, or do you want people to use that hire you for their marketing?
I've helped people with everything, and I think that that's good. As a marketing person, you should know a little bit about everything. Mm-hmm. But really what I get my clients on is TikTok and Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not Facebook?
You could do that, especially for realtors.
Mm-hmm.
I just personally haven't dabbled too much in Facebook.
What? See, I just did it. What? Bang.
It's okay.
What is so Frank is a client of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing to take on additional clients?
Yes.
So if you're willing to take on additional clients, tell everybody out there what they can expect if they contact you in regards to them wanting to hire you for their marketing.
Yeah, so people are very practical. Sometimes commitment level can vary. So we would talk about what really you're looking for, what you think the problem is. I give you a strategy and a timeline and what you can expect. So expectations, like if we do a package or whatever, the timeline of when it can get done and about what kind of results you can expect.
And do you do the marketing for your client, or do you teach clients how to do their own marketing, or both?
It usually ends up being I do the labor part. I do it for them. I don't know why. It just turns out that way.
What does the labor look like?
Just uploading.
Okay.
Yeah, writing the captions, actually taking it with proper equipment, like a professional camera, creating the reels, uploading it, the copyright. So it's quite a bit.
But are they the subject of the content, or are you the subject of the content?
Them. So it's, I solve a problem, and that's getting more leads organically and attracting more of your people. Because the other thing is, with good marketing, your business can go a bit smoother. You're not like, I don't know, begging people for, not begging, but just like, if you get the right customer, they speak your language. So there's less of a hassle when it comes to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you go through finding out what the client's target market is? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I do.
And so how do you do that?
I see where is the bulk of your money coming from, because I, didn't come from a ton of money. So I always make sure that their bottom line is being helped with my services. Okay. So it's like, where are you getting the most amount of customers, what do those customers look like right now? And do you want to change that, or do you just want to get more?
Okay. What are some, so you mentioned TikTok and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other marketing channels that you recommend that your clients use other than social media?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, other than social media?
Yeah.
Um,
You're a millennial. You're a millennial, so I think social media is going to be your number one go-to.
yeah,
Right?
well, I'm right on the cusp. We talked about that before. I'm right in between Gen Z and millennial, and so I have a bit of both in me. But other than social media, you could do a campaign, but I would not recommend that unless you're in like commercial real estate, because how many of us are like at the edge of our seat for an email campaign?
Right.
Yeah.
What about using a CRM?
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you definitely like, I've heard people say, actually just Alex Hermosi, for whoever listens to him, that sales start when someone says no. So you still have to get on the phones. I just get you leads and more organic leads that are easier. You do have to close them. So.
And you get the leads organically from social media, from posting and engagements and things like that.
Yes.
Do you run ads for them?
Yes.
You do run ads. Instagram and TikTok ads, or do you actually create your own? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I don't recommend putting ad spend behind TikTok. I think that you should get to know your customers and what they gravitate towards, what they find funny, what they find moving, all of that, what they find interesting. And TikTok will do its own thing that way. But as far as Instagram, their platform is set in a way to where they're pushing for the ads. And so if you own a business, the best thing you can do, and I'll give you this strategy like for free, is that play around with it, and then the reels that do the best, put ad spend behind those.
So do your analytics.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the homework, do the analytics.
Yeah.
Put your content out there and see what performs the best.
Yes.
And then capitalize on that.
Yeah.
So it's basic marketing 101. So if you do 4 or 5 different things to market your business, and you got time and effort, money invested in each one of them, but this one's doing better, getting you better results than this one, then take the money and effort and move it to this one and double time that one.
Yeah, there's a little more nuance when it comes to marketing pieces, right? Or pieces of content, what is for what, but you're right.
I'm old school.
Yeah.
So I teach agents how to test and measure everything. So if you're working on 5 or 6 different campaigns, you need to set goals for each campaign, and you need to manage each campaign to see if it's meeting those goals. If it's not meeting those goals, then it's not working. And agents ask me all the time, well, what's a good goal? I have no idea. I don't know how much money you got to spend, and I don't know how much time you want to put on this, but the agent comes up with a goal.
Okay, well, I can tell them.
You can tell them all day long.
Yeah.
But I usually ask them, okay, how much money do you have to spend on this, or how much time do you want to spend on it?
Yeah.
Okay, and based on that, what would be a good return on your investment, whether it's time or money, for you to be happy that it worked? Well, I want 2 leads and 1 contract out of this one campaign. Okay, great, that's your goal. The next 30 days, if you don't get that, you got to adjust. You got to, reorganize the campaign.
Right.
If you get it, or you get it 2 or 3 times or 4 times more than the goal, put more money and more effort into it, so you can get even more leads.
Yeah. And so it goes back to like, where are you making your money?
Exactly.
Yep.
Which is where you started in the beginning.
Yes.
So do you have a name for your company?
Yeah, Bridget Marketing and Media, but I just call it Bridget.
Where's Bridget come from? Because you're Briana.
Yes. So she is a Celtic goddess. I wanted something spiritual because I do believe in God. I'm just not super religious and more spiritual. And so I wanted something that conveyed that, and that also wouldn't like scare people away.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess back in the day, she inspired poets, writers, creative type people.
Okay.
So
And where can they find you on the internet?
they can find me on Instagram. Surprise,
course.
surprise. Bridget, BRIGID _ marketing and media, and they'll find me there.
TikTok, Facebook, anything like that?
Yes. So for TikTok, it's under my name, Briana, MM, so I should be there. And I don't use Facebook too much, but those are where you can find me, and we can put my email and phone number at the bottom, right?
Do you have a website?
It's under construction right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you mind giving everybody your phone number?
Yeah, it's fine. Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. 281-758-9235.
Awesome. Thank you very much for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
Was
Thank
it
you
as
for
bad as you
having
thought?
me. No, it was
Awesome.
good.
So this
It was
is
fun.
Briana. She is with Texas Inspection Professionals. She is their marketing and business development officer, and you own your own marketing firm, which is called
Bridget, Marketing and Media.
Bridget Marketing Media. Give them the phone number one more time.
281-758-9235.
Awesome. So if you guys need if you're an agent, you need an inspection company, reach out to Briana. And if you own your own company and you need some marketing assistance, she'd love to help you with that as well.
Yes, I would love to.
Awesome. We're going to be right back with segment number 2 of Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, with Imelda from Keller Williams Southwest. Be right back. Bye-bye.